tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized, look now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of finance, real gold. Every sip, every chart, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized, slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Platinum mining stocks to watch. We are talking platinum mining stocks today. That's the main topic that we will delve into. Of course, regular gold, silver, precious metals, Bitcoin, crypto, price analysis, chart requests if we have some time to, and I will speak to my amazing Good Morning Stackers family. If you're watching this on the replay, look, you gotta use the time codes below, or if you just want to watch the entire thing in one go, or if you're watching live, damn man, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, coming to you live on X and on YouTube from Melbourne in Australia. The first part of the show, however, we do the synchronized slurp. Grab a tasty beverage, I grab mine, we slurp them synchronously together wherever you are in the world. What are you drinking today? Non-fluoridated water? Is it perchance? Are you just like me? Be like me. Why not? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, slurp it, do it audibly. You must do it together. 3, 2. You got to do it audibly. Okay, this is the thing. So do it audibly wherever you are. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So did you understand what I meant about that? Do it together all at the same time. Don't let your team down. 3, 2, 1, go. Caught you out. Psych. Fake. I am Joe Main, a stacker of precious metals since 2010, stacker of crypto since 2013. Worked for 3 major gold and silver bullion dealers here in Australia. Goldstackers, Bullion Now, Ainslie Bullion. I'm going to say it. I, not single-handedly, but I basically shaped the very niche bullion dealer social media industry. I literally kind of created that as such. There was some, the Perth Mint had a YouTube channel, but they didn't really do much with it. I came into Bullion Now as the first employer, and I went, I'm going to launch this biatch and do regular content, the unboxings, the this, that, and the other. So I've kind of, if you're in that industry, that was me, man. And now I help you launch and grow on social media, your business specifically. Do you have a business that could do with some social media help? I think you probably could. Or do you work for a company that does that? And I can help them. Help me, help you. Send me an email, gmstackers@gmail.com. I've got to put my other brand sponsor in that little scene right there. Speaking of, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Well, I'm still on autopilot. Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com, and quite possibly coming down the track very soon-ish, possibly another sponsor might be coming on board. Ooh, remember I said I had a meeting yesterday that I had to get to? Looking good. Looking good. Might not be for a few weeks though, but we'll see. Let's see. Let's do some shout outs. Howdy all. It's fish and chip night tonight. Oh, fellow stackers. Okay. I do love fish and chips. Oh, that's one of my go-tos. Not that I really do anymore, as you know, I'm a hyper carnivore. I eat 0 carbs pretty much, and I'm very strict on it these days, but I do like a good chip, and I do like a good piece of flake. Although, flake costs how much this day? Gerald, you're in Australia, aren't you? Or you're not in Australia, I don't remember. Flake costs like $12 a piece. Can you imagine that? Like eating fish and chips used to be a thing that you could do. I mean, not that you would want to do it every night, but you used to be able to do it like, once or twice a week, and you'd be like, oh yeah, it's just, cheap and cheerful, good food, good quality. It's like you got to spend a lot of money, and it's like eating like probably, you might as well just, like they should set up dining tables and everything, like here's your fish and chips, and open up the pack and put the whole in the whole thing. They're so effing expensive at the moment, fish and chips. It's like an event these days rather than just we'll just go down to the local. You walk out, family of 4, maybe like, $60. You're like, fuck. Anyway, hi everyone, listening in the background today, me talk about fish and chips. Boo, fish and chippy. Hey, Vaccine. Oh, I see what you did there. Good to see you on the channel. Fun fact, they stared at me like an alien when I asked the fish and chippy shop in Hammersmith, London for ketchup or tomato sauce, as we call it here in Australia. Yeah, they would too, because I grew up with English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh kind of heritage, so it was brown vinegar on our fish and chips and salt. Yeah. Tomato sauce and stuff, and like mayonnaise and things. It's such an American thing. It was just always malt vinegar, brown vinegar and salt, man. Oh. GMS says, Tony Peterson, add vinegar. There we go. That's the one. Haha. Clean Air Metals. Oh, that's right. Platinum mining stock. What is the ticker for Clean Air Metals again? Neil, can you let me know of that? Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Let's see. Good morning, people. Says Hazard. It's been a while, mate. Been a hot minute. GMS morning all. Plus Chat Mum is here. Yes, we love Chat Mum. Synchronized Slurp. Favorite part of your day. Good morning from Detroit. Good old Detroit. G'day, Lakesh. Good to see you, friend. How's old Detroit going at the moment? And I reckon you'll be like, oh yeah, okay. Everyone's asking about Detroit. Detroit, the car manufacturing hub of, the 50s and the 60s and whatever, and then Detroit kind of went a bit to the wayside. What's Detroit like these days for you, Lakesh? Have you been living there all your life? Did you grow up there? You're a recent person that's moved from a different state? What's it like living in Detroit? I really want to know. You're in the burbs of Chicago. Is that right? ASX LOT. I have my buy order set at the moment. I'm just waiting for it to get triggered. We'll talk about that maybe if we get a chance. NNE as well. Yes, nanonuclear energy. Yes, I've also got that on my watch list. Anyway, wasabi and ketchup on fish and chips. I could see wasabi. I love wasabi, right? Not a spicy fan, but I can do wasabi because it's like that quick hit. GMS Y'all says, CT, good to see you, my friend. CT from the Lone Star State in Texas. I can't wait to get to Texas. One day I'm going and it's going to be great, and CT will meet me there and will take me to the best steakhouses in Texas. Won't you, CT? Thanks, man. Then we'll go to a range and we'll have a good old... Cool. Shall we do it? Let's do it. Platinum. If you are bullish on platinum, of which I am, it is in an... Let me start that again. Platinum. If you are bullish on platinum, I am. It's in an accumulation mode at the moment. We can take a quick look at the platinum price, but then you would probably be potentially bullish on some platinum miners. Why? Well, in general, where are precious metals go, okay, a miner of that thing will tend to go as well. Not exactly at the same time, but there's always a point within the bull market of a precious metal where that associated miner or the possible, individual companies within the mining industry of that metal can outperform that metal itself. So we're going to take a look at platinum miners today. And we've got a few, and I'll also thank you for that CLRMF. Let me get that up just so I've got that on my thing. CLRMF. Clean Air Metals on the OTC. I have had that in previously. So I'm going to delete you, then I'm going to add you, and you're going to go down to the bottom. Great, fantastic. Let's take a look, my wonderful, wonderful people. So let's take a look at platinum itself. What am I talking about? And then we'll get to the platinum miners. And there's a couple that I'm specifically watching. Then we'll go through some of the other major ones. And there's also one that I've actually already been in for a little bit. I'm a little underwater in that one, but I think I'm confident that it will go higher again. Let me just get the platinum chart. As you know, as many of you have seen before, Shah the Scran, brah. Here we go. Here is platinum on the weekly time frame, priced in USD, $977. We're using the tradingview.com website. Let me get rid of all of you. There we go. I'll just show it to you. Okay. Platinum, the metal itself, right here. Pretty easy to see. It's in a massive accumulation mode. I don't even need to draw in the trend lines and all that, but look, trend line, right? You can see the bottoming here, the bottom forming at around about 840. We had that move in the COVID low of like $560. Yeah, that was a quick spring back, but the main action has been happening somewhere between $840 and roughly 1100, yeah, with a couple of little spikes up here. Accumulation. That was a reaction to that. So, had a big spring down, big spring up, but basically the action's here. Okay. Accumulation mode. If you take a look at gold has had on the same time frame, there's gold's accumulation mode right there. Okay. Then it had its massive run. Here is silver on the same time frame. Silver had its previous run back in, 2011, accumulation mode, and it's just starting now. Okay. Platinum hasn't even begun yet, okay? Do you want to get into the thing that is already started its run? Do you want to... silver, I'm incredibly bullish on silver. Incredibly bullish on gold in the longer term, looking for a potential bit of a sell-off maybe soon. It's already started its massive run, but look at platinum. Hasn't even begun yet, really. Total accumulation. So... this might be a time where no one likes it, no one's really talking about it, everyone's gold-centric. They might be... Now, have a think, when everyone's silver-centric, okay, which is going to come soon, what's platinum doing at that time? Really think about what are you getting into that no one cares about, okay? So look at platinum. I can see easily a new platinum all-time high, or coming up to a new all-time high, $2,300. Yeah, that's really easy in the next 5-10 years, something like that, coming back up to test the previous all-time high. Yeah, really doable. Okay, so what's that, a tripling? No, not a tripling, it's over a doubling from here, something like that. What is that out of interest? That would be, it's going to pop all on my indicators. That's 134%, and I can certainly see it even going higher than that. Okay, so let's take a look at some platinum miners which may possibly outperform. I'm going to have to check something. Give me 1 second, because what I want to check is the ratio. Can you do me a favor and head over to X? If you're an X user, go to It's Joe Main. Follow me over here. Here's a reason. Let me go down here. That's the minus. I'm just going to ask it a quick question. Give me 1 second. Is there... Go away. Stop thingoing me when I'm doing a show. Is there a platinum miners ETF? Give me 1 second. There surely has to be. Maybe it's probably a Sprott one or something like that. Give me a second. Oh, there is no widely recognized ETF platinum listed on the US exchange. Oh, okay. Platinum ETFs. Existing platinum. Oh, so they do exist. Okay. They do exist. PLTM. Okay. Physical platinum shares. Okay. Granite shares. So platinum ETFs. Okay. Platinum miners ETFs. No dedicated ones listed on the US or Australian data. iShares Global Metals and Mining Producers, PIC. Okay, maybe let's have a look at PIC. The reason why I'm doing this is I just want to check platinum versus platinum miners. There doesn't seem to be a massive one. Let's have a quick look at here. PICK, iShares Global. Yeah, okay. Let's go like that. And what's that doing? Global Select Metals and Mining Producers. There, yeah, okay, cool. And I'm going to go XPT / PIC. This might not be a great ratio to have a look at, okay? But I'll just have a quick look. This might not, and it's an invalid symbol. Anyway, discount that. Let's take a look at some individual platinum miners. Okay, right here. Now, this is one of the big boys. Okay, this is Sibanye Stillwater. Let's take a quick look. It's SBSW. I actually talked about this before previously on the show, and I actually think I was actually in it at one point, but I did get out. Sibanye Stillwater is frequently cited as a global leader in platinum and palladium production, especially after its 2019 acquisition of Lonmin, making it the world's largest platinum miner by output at the time in 2019, listed on the New York Stock Exchange. SBSW. If you want to get into platinum miners, this would be the big boy. This would be the one you would consider. Okay, so let's take a quick look. This chart's been around since 2013. We had a low here of $2.50 in US cents. Okay, $2.50 US, and a high of here of $20. Okay, pretty decent. Okay, imagine buying here and, getting out here. 700%, 680. Yep, cool, no problem at all. So definitely a huge trading range here. And here's where we topped out in March of 2022. Now, I did cheat and did have a look, so you're going to have to trust me. This would have, and it did, it was a double top, but what it would have shown, and what it did show, was a bearish divergence. So that's where the price is sort of flattening out, or is higher or flattening out, but the relative strength index, your indicators, are having lower highs. Okay, so let me show you those very clearly. So you would easily have seen that. Okay, back here. Okay, what's going on? There's a divergence in the price. So when there's a divergence, when they're not going in lock and step with each other, you've got to ask the question, why? Why such a lower low? Okay, flattening out, lower low. Ooh, that signals to many astute traders, or investors as well, just pure investors as well, because you're looking at this on the longer term. Yeah, time to get out of SBSW. And so you could see that on the OBV as well. Now, looks like we may have formed a bottom. What do you think? Jason Ashworth, you're an aficionado, so what do you think, my friend? Have we formed a nice bottom here? Let's have a look. Let's see. So you've got this very clear support level. Right about here, that's at about $4 US. And then you break key support to do one of two things. It's either to continue the trend down, or it is to grab liquidity. So what it did is it grabbed some liquidity and it stayed above that $4 mark. Then we did it again. That's second time. Okay, we rejected here. Now this is where some people might be getting a little bit scared back here if they were in it, going, okay, that's a liquidity grab. Okay, no problem. We're back and above, onwards and upwards. Oh, another fake out here. Oh, we rejected here. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. Then we come down and then it fakes everyone out once again. So that's pretty darn convincing. Then we had another break and here. So this is pretty convincing to me. 1, 2, 3 times that we have broken down, and it has eventually broken back above the key support here. So that's good to see it above $4. I really need to see it above a next major level, and you're going to call it here. I just call it there. Let's make it there at around about $5.60. If you wanted to, you could say breaking here would be good. That would be good around about $5.25, probably, if I look at it on the monthly time frame. Oh no, I could even see that. So right here. Okay, so that's looking good so far that we're above it. Okay, I really want to see it crack above the $5.25 mark. Are there any indicators saying, okay, we could be looking onwards and upwards from here. Okay, so let's look at the bottom right here. Definitely looks like some kind of potential liquidity grab right there. And as long as we crack above here, it might be looking quite good. You've got to keep your blinkers on for other signs. But what you can notice here, I would say both on, it's at least on one of them. Let's have a look here. On the monthly time frame, you've got lower high, a lower low, sorry. Monthly time frame, you've got lower lows, and then on the relative strength index, they're higher lows. So that indicates a potential bullish divergence. Okay, so that's a good thing. All right, bullish. And on the OBV, you've got rising volume. So that's always good. Good to see. So I would say if you're crossing above about that $5.20 mark, this is where I would be considering getting into SBSW. Okay, I do need to see what's going on with the rest of the market. What is platinum doing itself? So you've got to base it against platinum. What's the ratio looking at? When I can find a ratio of platinum physical to a platinum miners ETF, that would be really nice, because I don't want to have to do all the calculations myself. Then I'll get a better idea. But just from a pure price wise, above there, I'd be much happier to have a look and to get in. And on the quarterly, yeah, it's definitely above there, I would say. So that's going to be saying it's making a higher high. So let's do that first. So let's post a higher high somewhere, and then we can post a lower high, and then grand and onwards we go. So what's the areas I'd be looking out for if we do crack above there? I'll just take it from this high and this low. And we're not even, we're not even up into the normal zone here. So you've got a lot of room to move. If you were trading this, if I were trading this, here's what I would do. I'd be looking for a break of around about $5.30, with preference to up in here just to be safe. Really, maybe here is better. At that $5.96 level. Okay, so to be conservative, you could say breaking there. Again, you've got to watch out what the other indicators are doing. Is it bullish or bearish divergence? Is it hidden bullish or hidden bearish divergence? You've still got to look at that. But there would be the area. Yeah, $5.90. Cool. And then you have some potential to move up to at least up to the top end here. And this would be the zag zone or the zig zone right here. Okay, and you're talking about a 65% move. Okay, that's pretty good. And I would even give probably some precedence to, not precedence, some, what's the word I'm looking for? I would give a more likelihood, wow, technical term there, Joe, to this trap money up here. So possibly even up into the belly of this zone right there. And that's a 100% move. Okay, not bad. Again, the question will be, what is SBSW doing against the spot price of platinum? But then you could track that by looking at how it's increasing in a percentage versus how platinum is increasing in the percentage as well. But I'll try and find a platinum mining ETF. Again, quick look, couldn't find it, but that's SBSW. Again, the big boy in the space. That's the one I'm looking at, and that's my at least got to get over $5.90 US for a potential 100% move. Not bad, hey? Okay, not bad at all. What would negate all of this? Not crossing above $5.90. Are there any indicators that could say we may be going lower? You never know. So let's take a look at those. At this stage, I would need this week, not this week, I would need this month. You really want this month to start closing above here, because that's setting up, you want the next couple of months, it's got to start closing above $5.90, because that's potentially setting it up for a hidden bearish divergence where you have lower high, but a higher high on there. Okay, so there's a potential hidden bearish divergence. Okay, so that needs to close above there pretty quick smart, because you want this to be in convergence where this closes above there, and then you can say, excuse me for a second, this closes above here. I know it's very detailed. This closes above here somewhere, so that you can then say, oh, okay, higher high and higher high in there, so it's just convergence, so a continuation of the trend. Cool. Was that all confusing? Good. Want to see it clear? $5.90. That was the short version. That's SBSW. Let's take a look at a couple of others. The other big boys in the space, we've got Impala, Platinum Holdings Limited. This is listed again in the... It's on the... Oh, it has a subsidiary. Oh, okay, good. It is the second largest platinum producer globally with operations in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Canada. Its OTC listing in the US provides some investor access. Now, you can buy this in Australia, not on the Australian Stock Exchange, but you can buy it via a exchange, a brokerage called Moomoo. So if you're familiar with Moomoo, very cheap trades. ASX Trader uses it, for example, and I started using it because they use it. Mastering the Markets, of course. They're partnered with them, sponsored by them, or they sponsor Mastering the Markets. So I use Moomoo. I won't show you the app right now because I've got it open and I don't want you to see my financials. But yeah, it's available there. So let's take a look at Impala. This is Impala Holdings. The second one we're looking at here, Platinum Mining Stocks to watch. Again, if you're watching live, this is what we're doing right now, Platinum Mining Stocks to watch. Then I'll do gold, silver, we'll take a look at crypto, Bitcoin, etc. Here is Impala Holdings. Cool. I'm looking at this, by the way, for the first time, and pretty much all of these for the first time right now. Let's see. We had a... Oh, that's a glitch, so ignore that. Okay, so we had a low here of about 70 cents. And a high here of, wow, $45. Goodness me, that's a huge jump. All right. Massive. And this is between, 1997. Okay, fantastic. 1997 and 2008. Okay. An 11-year period, 10, 11 years, you could have increased your wealth, your holdings by 6,000% by holding Impala Platinum Holdings. Okay, wow, there you go. Now, that would have been in the same time, and it was in the same time. Okay, here you go. Let me quickly show you. That was in the same time that platinum went from. So let's go. That was the low in 1997. I don't think my platinum chart goes back that far, but let's take a quick look. XPT on the monthly. Yes, it does. Just about. Okay, so platinum so here's the proof. Here's pretty good proof that when platinum and when a metal goes, the miners eventually go, they outperform at some point. Okay, so from 1997 roughly to there, that's nice. That's a 600% move in the platinum metal. Well, okay, sure. If you pick the right ones, this did 6,000%. So it did a 10 times better than that. Okay, pretty darn good. Okay, so this is why miners are sometimes good to watch out for. So let's take from this high and this low. Quick fib, see if there's any confluence there. You can very easily see the confluence in the Fibonacci. From this high and this low, you've got massive resistance here at the 0.382. That is a massive area of resistance, as you know, from a clear high and a clear low. That's the zone that you would need to get through, and it did reject it. Okay, it rejected it right there, and you can see we are down now. Now, here's the good thing. Let's take a look. This is Impala. I would consider being in Impala as well. I'll get rid of you for the moment. Excuse me. Nope. No, Joe. Okay, there we go. So this looks like real. Am I looking that correctly? Is that hidden bullish divergence on there? Do you see that? So you've got that low and that high. So that's a higher low. And then you've got a lower low on the relative strength index. So that's potentially, yeah, there you go. There's some real, okay, we've got some real hidden bullish divergence potentially playing out here on the longer term time frame. This is on the monthly time frame for Impala. Okay, let me just double check my divergence cheat sheet because I still have to remember this stuff. Okay, so bullish is am I wrong? No, that's a regular divergence. Yes, higher low, lower low on the oscillator. Higher low on the price, higher low on the price, lower low on the oscillator. That looks pretty darn good. And you could even say that is true in the shorter term if you're taking it from the pivot. Pivot. Right there, you've got a higher low there and you've got the lower low there. Okay, that's setting up potentially really quite nice, okay, for Impala. Potentially. What are the levels that we need to get over? Let's take a look. We'll get rid of all of you and we'll take it from let's get rid of all of that and all of that, and then we'll take it from this high and this low. Again, this is on the monthly time frame. We're at $6.10 at the moment. So we're going to take it from here. That's the pretty clear high and the pretty clear low. Gee, what do you know? We found resistance at the 0.236, exactly at resistance at the 0.236. Now have a look. This is the power of Fibonacci. Does this line up with anything? You look at this. Look at this. Look at that resistance level there. If I pop in a horizontal line, does it line up with any previous major support and resistance? A little bit there. You can see it there. Support, maybe a bit of support there. So you can see why that would be. But look, it smacked. Why didn't it go to here? Why didn't it go to there? Because it's the 0.236. Cool. So that is definite major resistance right there. We've got to crack through there. And the big one right here is through this zone, through the 382 to the 618. That is through that area there. How about instead I give you a rectangle, which is much more easier to see. Okay, you need to get through this area here. So that's your next area of resistance to watch out for if we do crack above this level. So $7.30, you need to crack above. Makes sense? Good. Okay, do that, and then you'd be looking at a potential move up to here. What is that? At least it's probably not that much. Okay, it's about 35% move. So Sibanye-Stillwater looks like it has more potential when getting up to its... Oh, actually, no, this is on the short term. If we took a look on the large term, it actually has a decent move to go. So you could trade this if you wanted to, a crack above $7.30, maybe a quick move up to roughly the $10 area. Psychological value, you could see here, there's some buyers, there are some buyers that stepped in here. And then there are some buyers that stepped in up here as well. Okay, so that's at the 500, the 0.5 level from this high and this low. And you can see once you clear through the 0.5, there's not a lot of buying up here. You've got a bit of selling here, but you're probably smooth sailing. You probably sail through there, okay? And then you'd be onwards and upwards. Let's talk about... yeah, and I'll do that again with Impala. Give me one moment. I'll go back to that chart. That is that one. Get rid of all of you. No, go away. Brush. Okay, brush. Excuse me, gang. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Love your work. This is Impala, I should say. And we'll go back here. And that's your larger move. Okay, so from here, your larger move is from here. Okay, so that's 218%. Okay, not bad. That's where you would find that resistance if we do, and you can see previous resistance right there. So 218% from here, not bad. Potential hidden bullish divergence. I would just once again need to see it crack above at least that $7.30 mark. So that's your line in the sand for me. Crack above there and we're looking pretty good. Okay, $7.30 US cents. That's Impala. The ticker is IMPUY. You can buy it through Moomoo. Okay, that's that one. We'll take a look at maybe one more because we'll go to a couple of Australian ones. Let's do that. So one mentioned here is actually Zim, which is Zimpala. Zimplats, I should say. Now, out of interest, Zimplats is listed, it's ZIM, it's listed on the Australian Stock Exchange, but this one here, Impala, just mentioned it. Okay, the company's acquisition of blah, 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 so its subsidiary, Zimplats, is ASX listed. Okay, so a subsidiary is Zimplats. Let's look at Zimplats. Down here, Zimplats, an 87% subsidiary of Impala. Okay, so it's basically like an Impala play on the Australian Stock Exchange. It's the only ASX-listed Oh, okay. Primary group, platinum group metals producer operating the Ngezi mine in Zimbabwe. Okay, good to know. All right, so let's take a look at Zim. Could be the Australian play for Impala. Let's take a look at where that is on the monthly time frame. You are in Australian dollars, $11. Okay, very clearly in a downtrend. It has broken support right there. So we are under. Let's do some quick fib. From this low and this high, where are we? We have not found support. Okay, so what you would want to have seen is once we had that low, once we broke that high, you needed it if you wanted to continue heading up or be confident that it would. It needed to hold there, and it did not do that, and we just sailed right through it. So at the moment, it's in a downtrend. Doesn't mean it'll stay that way, but let's have a look. And again, if Sibanye Stillwater looks like it might be going up, if Impala looks like it might be going up, then you might be finding a bottom here in Zim as well, Zimplats. You can see we're heading into extremely undervalued for or oversold for Zimplats. Okay, we're not there yet, so you've got some room to move down. I couldn't really pick a bottom there for you. You'd maybe just looking at some major support. Maybe there's a cluster of, yeah, maybe you can say down here, but there's no Fibonacci to say, oh yeah, because we've gone through the normal levels. Here would be the one. You would want to be finding the bottom around about here, preferably. Go through there, then you're probably heading a bit lower. Okay, so yeah, that's at around about, hopefully the bottom's at around about that $10 mark. We're at $11 now. $10, what we would need to see is a clear bottom forming, and we want to see some bullish divergence coming in as well. So watch out for around about here-ish. $10 kind of mark. Otherwise, I don't know what the low point would be. We'd have to wait for some indicators to say that it's heading onwards and upwards. What could be saying that we're at a potential bottom right now, though? Let's ask that question. We probably don't have a pivot in yet, but you could see there's a possible setup. It's not in yet. It's not in yet, okay? But you could see the potential setup that we could have lower low here and higher low here. So if this does eventually, now here's a potential, right? And again, this is all spitballing, right? What if the 0.236 here at $10 is your area? Because Fibonacci is a thing, okay? Let's say you come down to here and you have a nice little bounce off, okay? That's good. So that, and as long as the relative strength index stays above round about here, okay, then you're forming potentially a lower low and a higher low. That's a potential bullish divergence. And then what we would need to see is it crack back above here. That would be your bullish change of market structure back above about $13.80. So if we did the following, down to here, that forms that, then you crack back above here. That's a change of market structure, and then that's where you would be looking at entering. And obviously you watch what the other ones do. What's Impala doing? What's Platinum doing itself? But if Platinum having its move, that's a really good sign. So do that, crack above there, $13.80, roughly $13.90, and then you'd be looking good for Zim. Okay, that's my humble non-financial opinion on Zim. And finally, we'll take a look at Chalice Mining. This is the one I'm currently in at the moment. Why it's well known, Chalice is an exploration company, okay? Different thing, okay? So it is not a platinum miner producer, okay? So you've got to separate that, okay? It's an exploration company, so it hasn't found its deposits yet, okay? It hasn't turned from an exploratory stock into a producer, okay? It's known for its PGM nickel copper project in Western Australia, highly discussed amongst ASX investors for its potential to become a major platinum group metal player, but its early stage status limits global recognition. So, like, compared to like Sibanye or the other ones. Cool. So this is Chalice Mining. Okay. So bear in mind, it is not a platinum producing mine at the moment, but we'll take a quick look at it. I am in it at the moment. So just keep it in the back of your mind. Here is Chalice Mining right here. Let me get rid of all of you. Don't care about that. I am in it currently. but nothing saying yet that it is going to 100% rocket up. You need to see it clear round about $1.70 here at least, around about there, preferably that $2 mark, I would say. So yeah, I'm in it. I got into it around about here, had a bit of a dip. We broke support, but what was that support broken for? Was it to continue the trend, or was it to grab liquidity? It looks like it might be. All right, so we broke there. It faked people out. That broke on bullish divergence. Okay, so a slightly lower low. Then we've got a higher low here, if indeed that's where we're, topping out at right now. So there's a potential bullish divergence happening. Got to close. I'll look bare minimum $1.60. Let's go with that. Okay, close above there. Looking pretty good. So that is Chalice Mining. Keep an eye out for it. An exploratory stock, not a producer, but if when it does, given its fundamentals, if a big piece of news comes out and goes, yes, we finally found it, watch that go. Boop, 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 boop. So just keep it in the back of your mind. Chalice Mining. That is all the platinum mining stocks and stuff. Good. Oh no, CLR. No, we wanted one more. Sorry, CLRMF. My apologies, because one of the subscribers asked for it. Okay, let's take a look at CLRMF. This is Clean Air Metals. What is CLRMF? Let me ask here. What is CLRMF on the... Where is it? On OTC. On OTC. Clean Air Metals. Let's have a quick little look-see. C is the ticker symbol for Clean Air Metals. Clean Air Metals is a Canadian... Okay, it's an exploratory company again. Okay. Primarily targeting platinum, palladium, copper, nickel, so the PGM stuff. Thunder Bay. North Critical Minerals Project in Ontario in Canada. Okay. It is not a platinum miner stock. It's a platinum exploratory stock. Okay. Let's take a quick look. CLRMF. I have looked at it before. Look at all this. I've looked at all that before. Let me get rid of all of this. I'm going to start from scratch with you. Let's get rid of all of it because I just might not like the look of that anymore. Okay, Let's start. Okay, CLRF again. Clean Air Metals. This is for Gerald Draper. It's in a definite downtrend. Okay, or it has been. We went up to 37 cents. We went down to 2 cents, and we're currently at nearly 3 cents, 2.9 cents right here. Nothing is saying it's definitely onwards and upwards from here, but let's look if there's any potential bullish divergence happening. Okay. Not really that I can see, because what you're seeing is mainly convergence. Okay, we had a bit of a potential here back in 2023 where you had a lower low and a higher low here. Okay, and that set up that, see, lower low, higher low, bullish divergence, and that set up that move there. Okay, that was that move. But those moves don't last forever. It doesn't mean you go onwards and upwards. It's just that was the move that did. So that was good for traders. They saw that, and then they took the trade here, and then they just got out at previous resistance. Cool. Back down. You could see here that was not bullish divergence. Okay, lower low, but also a lower low technically. Okay, but another bit of a pump for some reason. Maybe there was a bit of news. Who knows what that is? But that's all convergence. Okay, that's a higher high. That's a higher high. We went into extremely overbought for a little bit, and all of this it's just kind of accumulation mode, you can call it, really. So nothing's saying it's definitely ticking up from here. The main thing with these exploratory companies is you're kind of waiting for the good news. Okay, we're not there yet, so nothing in the technicals is saying it's good to go. Obviously, a crack above at least here would be preferable. So that's at around about whatever that is, 6 cents roughly. Crack above 6 cents. Okay, sure. And then we'll talk about higher prices. If when we do, out of interest, the higher prices you would be looking out for, or the major area of resistance is, gee, what do you know? Bang on the 0.382, bang in this zone. So if it does go, sure, no problem. I can't say at all to be getting into this at the moment. There's nothing that's saying it will, but if when it does go, you'll be finding major resistance here at 15 cents. Why? Because it's the bottom end of the normal zone that you get back into after a significant high, significant low. If that is indeed the low, though, that's the question. But you can see the buyers stepped in here. So they've got a lot of trapped money. And we're talking in that area. See there? That's right, the 0.382. So that's at that 15 cent level. So watch out for there. That's what you'd be looking at. If you bought now, don't do it. If you bought now, though, and sold there, that's a 430% move. Some people are already in clean air metals. They're happy to wait. They're very confident that obviously there's going to be good finds and all that kind of stuff. Sure, I'm not getting in until the technicals at least tell me. Cool. But that's your potential there. That's Clean Air Metals, CLRMF. Now, that's all of the platinum talk. Speaking of, I knew that would happen. Speaking of platinum, though, if you want to buy gold, silver, platinum, etc., and I didn't do it, you should be buying from my brand partner. Oh, my God. What did I do? Did I not have enough coffee this morning? Is that what happened, Joe? Is that what happened? You should be purchasing from, of course, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, best bullion dealer in all of Australia. Free shipping when you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart. They price match. They are the best. Look at these 5-star Google reviews. Okay, Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange doing an absolute bang-up, smashing job. Okay, he's absolutely killing it. perthbullion.com.au. Also, do you want to learn to be a better trader? Head over to Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. You know Mastering the Markets. You've heard me speak about them lots before I was even sponsored by them. Now I'm sponsored by them. Isn't that funny how it works? Oh, I talk about things and then I get sponsored by them. Geez, I should start talking about, I don't know. I should start talking about like butchers and stuff. Anyway, sorry. Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Join one of their amazing courses. They've got a 10-week course. They have a year-long course for you to learn to be a better investor or even or start to become a professional trader. Okay. And if you don't want to do that, you just want to be part of the community though, because I'm learning so much as part of the community. Let me give you an example right now. This is the private part. This is the paid membership part of the Mastering the Markets Academy. Okay. Academy.masteringthemarkets.com. I'll put a link below eventually where you can sign up for the monthly paid membership. Now, there are some free stuff that you can access, so you can join for free, but if you want all this back-end stuff, you've got to pay for it. Here's the one here. This is LOT. This is a uranium miner listed on the ASX. This is Lotus, okay? And ASX Trader did a private Zoom call with all the paid members and the students, okay? And one of them was LOT, had a look at that and went, oh yeah, that looks really good. And then he said, I'm going to be in if if this shows and this shows and this shows. So this is all the stuff that you don't get in the free stuff. This is talking about oil. This is talking about silver. This is all his calls, all that stuff. Plus you've got all the educator calls, okay? The twice a week, usually per educator, right? The next event coming up is from Craig Tapping called Tapping into the Markets. That's the weekly market scan. So ASX Trader does his, Craig Tapping does his. That's coming up tonight. So I'll be checking that one out. So there's multiple videos every single week. Sometimes there's like 2 a day. And pick, it's like a lovely pick and choose. I've found being part of the Mastering Markets Academy just completely invaluable for my own investing purposes and just learning more about trading and technical analysis and all that. So that's Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Good. Let's see. Ordered some 2025 Silver Swans last night. I will definitely meet you in Texas and we will have a blast. Can you imagine? That would be so cool. Yes, NNE. Don't have time to do NNE today, nanonuclear energy. Yes, the deepest platinum mine in the world operates at depths between, 1.1 and 2.3 kilometers below the surface. How do they even do that? Okay. Hi, Joe. Could you take a look at USL and ARD and any other silver miners? Probably not today. Sorry, Maximus. I would like to, but listening to your analysis reminds me of the opening lines and chorus of Enigma, Return to Innocence. I don't know the reference, but thank you. I will take that as a compliment. And do smack that like button. That would be really, really helpful. Let's get to the other stuff very quickly. Let's go through quick gold, quick silver, and then we'll get to Bitcoin very quickly too. Let's go. Gold. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Here is gold on the weekly time frame priced in USD, 3385, $3,385. Again, nothing. We've got this. I was going to say nothing. We're not out of the woods just yet. Okay. That final boss of 3,440 is still there. Okay. Once we crack above there, then I'll say, yeah, new all-time high coming. It could still be coming. Okay. But I'm just going to say for the moment, bias is to the downside. Could be completely wrong. I'm just going to say more than a 50% chance that we do see the lower prices from here. Again, I could be totally happy to be, I could be wrong, totally happy to be wrong, as long as you close above that 3,440. So, okay, we found some support here. If I take this on the 4 hour, and then I show you here, if I get rid of you and if I do you, let us see. That's the price range, Joe. You don't want that. This and this. So far, we have been respecting the support level. It hasn't even touched it yet. So I would say look out for a touch there, maybe. But hey, if we do that, oh, golden. New all-time high coming in gold. You can sweep anywhere down to around about $3,290, and that's par for course. That, yeah, you could do that too, okay? But we're just not out of the woods yet. Got to clear that 3,440 to say new all-time high in gold coming. Some people are already calling it. So for example, let me give you a little cross plug here. This was on one of the educators. This was Shane. Okay, Shane's Elliott waves. Let me show you this. This is Shane's. Again, I'm giving you a sneak peek into the back end here. You've got to pay for this normally, okay? This is Shane, who is a master of Elliott wave. He's an Elliott wave technician certified by the Elliott wave people, okay? The official people. I've forgotten the name of the thing. He says right here, this is his last one posted 13 hours ago. Let's have a quick look. So it's important to determine where, I think probably not now, and it will probably continue to rise higher, okay? So he believes it will probably continue to rise higher towards the next target at $3,635 for gold. So someone who knows Elliott wave very well says, no, we are going higher from here. Could be completely right. I just haven't seen that yet confirm when it clears over that 3,440. You clear 3,440 and then I will give props to Shane and go, yeah, all right, definitely probably heading up to there. And GG, what do you know? That's kind of around about that uptrend line here. Okay, so that's, yeah, I could easily see that. If we break that 3,440, then watch out for that 3,630 kind of area. Cool. Anyway, that's gold. Let's take a look at silver. $32.45. We did not hold. Okay, here we go. That's where we've seen the gold to silver ratio rise. What did we say here? Needs to hold here. From this high and this low, it did not hold, and now it is holding as resistance, okay? So it looks like potentially that this might be the case. I don't know. It needs to crack up very soon. So we've seen that. It looks like, well, let me do that. It looks like we've done this. That needs to break and hold above there. Otherwise, if we reject there, if we break here, bad news, right? We're heading probably a decent way down, and I would suspect potentially back down even to your kind of down here kind of levels, okay? So far, not so good for silver. That's why you've seen the gold to silver ratio rise in the last 24 hours or so. So not good to see that. You don't want to see that, okay? So far, a little bit short-term bearish for silver at the moment. Got to crack above that 33.20 and then we'll talk higher prices. But yeah, didn't hold there. Watch out for that pattern there. If we do the following, back above there. Good, great, no problem. But nothing's saying it's going to do that at the moment. The gold to silver ratio, that means that's why it's rising. Okay, gold to silver ratio 104 on the monthly time frame. Let me get rid of all your crap here. Okay, looks like it might be continuing to rise. Okay, I did talk about the 110 to 112 area. Watch out for there. Okay, so gold still having its time in the sun versus silver. Okay, not out of the woods. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and crypto, see what the hell that thing is doing. What's my old mate? Yeah, okay, I might need to get back into that. Cool. Here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, priced in USD, 97,114. Quick move. Okay, doesn't mean we're not out of the woods. Sorry, not out of the woods. Okay, we had that move. We didn't make a higher high, and therefore you can't say we're cracking onwards and upwards from here. Okay, bearish divergence that we had. Is that bearish divergence? Sorry, let me check that. Check that. Check yourself, Joe. Higher high. Oh no. Sorry, higher high and a higher high. So no, that wasn't bearish divergence at all. That's potential continuation of that trend. Am I wrong? Or is it more of a flattening out? Okay. We had a small time bearish divergence and then that move. So look, let's hold above 96. That's all I have to say. Hold above there, bounce off there. Great news. Clear that. Oh yeah, mama. Great. And we'll talk about higher prices. I had a chat with someone, a good long chat with someone yesterday who believes, and they may be coming on the channel soon, that believes that it's definitely going higher, like, 140, 150,000 American dollar Bitcoin by the end of June. Okay, so like June, July, that they're making that call and they're happy to stick with that call. They could be right. I might be chatting with that person very soon on the channel. It's no one I've spoken to previous. Yeah, so just hold that 96 and good. Close below that $93,000 level, and then we'll be heading down to the roughly $80,000, $89,000 level. Cool. Other market, okay. But that potential, I don't want you. Right here, the others market, which is the altcoin market minus the top 10. We bounced lovely off the 0.382. So here's some good convergence right here. From this high and this low, we have respected the 0.618 from this low and this high, the more major one. We have also respected the 0.382. Okay, so that's a good sign. Very bullish if you bounce directly off there. So that's good to see. And now what I'm watching out for is a break here of that 247, 250 billion level. And then, as I said, that's game on. I've been tempted to take some positions here. I did take a small position, then I got rid of it. GRT yesterday. I wasn't sure. I was kind of trading off my plan. But I really want to wait for a break of that 247 billion. And then we'll talk about the higher moves in crypto. So we're not there yet, but out of interest, I'm still watching GRT in particular. I did take a small position yesterday and then I got out of it, which I just said. I really should just be waiting for that break of about 10.7 cents, and then that would confirm this move. I got a little greedy and I'm like, oh, I'll get in here thinking that this is the start of the right shoulder, which it still could be. So the question is, do I take the risk or do I wait for the ultimate confirmation? The smart trader would wait for the ultimate confirmation. Obviously, the silly trader would take that bet right there. Which one am I today? I don't know. So I have a potential move for, I can make a potential 88% move, or I can make a potential 50, 67, 60% move. I think bare minimum, that's the better risk to reward, I would say, because bare minimum, if you crack through there and everything else is looking okay, then yeah, that 60% move to here, I think that's pretty much guaranteed, okay, for GRT, the graph. So I'm still undecided. I'll let you know tomorrow. That is the graph. I have nothing else that I want to talk about with particular crypto. No. XRP, what is it doing? Still holding above key levels. And yeah, ACH, potential right shoulder playing out. So far so good. Just needed to see a crack above that 3 cent level, and then you can look at some potential higher moves. Nothing else really, unless someone's going to give me a quick chart request for some kind of crypto. Smack that like button, people. So Gerald, so care of Neil, right? You do hold a bit of clean air metals. Good. He started me on my journey to research the sector. Fantastic. Good on you, man. Yes, you are in platinum. You are way in platinum, Neil. I know. Hit the like or a silly rabbit will attack with boxes and boxes of toxic cereal complete with marshmallows magically delish. That is the most weirdest comment I think I've had in history. Congratulations for the weirdest comment in history. No. No, it's not. No, it's not. But it could be. Thank you. Yeah. No, they sponsor Mastering the Markets. I don't know if they'd sponsor Little Old Me. Not Little Old Me, not yet. It's not Moo. No. I didn't foreshadow that. It is not. But thanks. That was a great guess. It's not Moo. But it is someone else. Stuart D. Hit that like I did. Also knowledge, especially the rabbit chasing me. Okay, that was random. Eyes hawked on GRT as well. Good on you, Maximus. Personally, I'll be waiting for a change above market structure. See, that's the smart play. Maximus, who is also out of interest. Maximus is a part of, he joined the Mastering the Markets Academy. So he is watching all the back-end stuff there. I think he's a monthly subscriber to that. So we're seeing a lot of the same stuff at the moment. Yeah, GRT, really watching it. And by the way, ASX Trader talked about GRT yesterday on the call because that was the ticker that I asked for. See, that's what you can do. You can jump on a live call and go, hey, Rando, can you, not ASX Trader or Craig or whatever, can you have a look at this ticker? And they have a live look at it and give their professional opinion. Final comments and we'll get out of here. For stop ticks, follow the Michael Jordan. Yes, exactly. You want the best trader in the world? Nancy Pelosi is. Why? Because she's an absolute insider. And you can follow the Nancy Pelosi stock trader app. There's an app, and I've forgotten what it's called, but it's all over X. It's very famous now. And it originally started off as the Nancy Pelosi stock tracker, and it's an app you can download on your phone or whatever, and you can just, it's kind of like an index fund as such for Nancy Pelosi. So basically whatever she buys, this app buys it for you, and then just watch your money go through the roof, man. She's the best trader in the world. I've forgotten the name of it though. But if you search Nancy Pelosi stock tracker, something like that, you'll find the X account. Yeah, I think I'm good with the rest of this. Yeah, I got to get out of here, my people. Yeah, I think we're done. You have been watching Good Morning Stackers, higher every time, with me, Joe Main, live on X and on YouTube. Right now, people, I want you to grab your tasty beverages. We will do the final synchronized slurp, then we shall get out of here. Do you miss it when it's not around? Of course you do. So, my lovely people, thanks for watching. You'll get another one tomorrow, the last day of the week. This week has flown. Thanks for watching me talk about platinum stocks and all the other stuff that we normally do. Grab your tasty beverages. I'll grab mine. We slurp them synchronously together right after we dance it out, because you've been watching.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine. It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronize.
3, 2, 1, go.
We're on the move.
Good stuff, people. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Podcast.